Hello guys, today I'm gonna tell you one very interesting story that I found very useful for my clients, and I always tell it to my clients. I once spent an entire Friday evening convinced I had wasted my week, not because I did nothing, but because nothing felt finished. That same week, I had supported a friend through a hard moment, read papers on emotional resilience, started two ideas I never completed, cooked slowly instead of rushing, taken long walks without my phone, had conversations that stayed with me probably for days. Yet, somehow, my brain only focused on what I didn't complete. That's when my friend Mira and I started talking about something we would both quietly observe for years in our work as psychologists. People are not burning out only because they work too much. They're burning out because they measure their worth too narrowly. Modern culture rewards visible output, finished projects, milestones, metrics, productivity streaks, but the human nervous system doesn't flourish through constant optimization. It thrives through psychological breadth. A psychologist with background spanning behavioral science, trauma research, cognition, emotional regulation, and human development, my friend Mira and I became fascinated by one question. What if recovery isn't about doing less, but about recognizing more? So we decided to try an experiment on ourselves. Every week, instead of asking, "What did I accomplish?" we ask, "What parts of me got to exist this week?" This make a big difference. Suddenly, a week wasn't empty just because it lacked a major achievement, because a meaningful week could include curiosity, rest, beauty, grief, learning, friendship, awe, silence, play. All these are valid activities. It's not necessary to complete something big. We realized something important. Burnout often happens when a person becomes psychologically one dimensional, when life becomes only work, only goals, only performance. That's how the nervous system begins to starve from lack of emotional diversity. So we created a weekly reflection ritual designed not to measure productivity, but to restore wholeness. Not a planner, it's not a habit tracker, it's not even another system for self optimization. It's a simple ritual for remembering you are a human being before you're an output machine. And strangely, the more compassionately we reflected on our weeks, the more energy we naturally regained. Not because we lowered our standards, but because we stopped treating ourselves like unfinished projects. If you have been feeling exhausted lately, maybe the problem is not that you're failing. Maybe you have simply forgotten to notice the invisible ways you have been alive. See the ritual in the comment section if you're interested. Thank you for watching.